You can really tell what a narrow gauge fan I am at this point, can't you? The Reverend Awdry always made sure that his characters were based off real engines. Even engines that are exclusive to his model railways and didn't appear in the books. Well, most of the time. On the Reverend's Mid Sodor Railway layout, he had 3 engines called Albert, Jim and Tim, numbers 5, 6 and 7. All 3 were made using Gem Vari-kits, which are apparently freelance designs. Or are they? Today we're going to try and find out what kinds of engines Awdry could have potentially wanted Albert, Jim and Tim to be. We'll start with easy guesses, and it'll get harder as we go along. So we'll start with Tim. Tim appears to be a tram engine. The first narrow gauge tram that comes to mind for me are the Bay of Peacock trams built for the Glyn Valley Tramway. I'd say these are probably one of my least favourite narrow gauge locos. I'm really not a fan of the aesthetics, and Tim's definitely not one of them. So we need to look for another narrow gauge steam tram. The only other one there really is are these trams built for the Clara Valley Railway in Ireland. I'm definitely not the first person to say that this is what Tim could potentially be, but this engine definitely looks a lot like Tim, and it's become pretty accepted in the fandom that this is what he is. Now let's move on to Jim. Quite a lot of people depict Jim as a Kerr Stewart Skylark, for example in artwork, trains models and Roblox games. I understand why Awdry might have wanted to make Jim a Skylark, because these engines worked on the Snail Beach District Railway in Shropshire, which was one of the main inspirations for the Mid Sodor Railway, most notably the engine shed. However, I don't think that prototype really matches Jim's model, and I found a different type of engine that I personally think fits it better. The Welsh Pool and Landwehr Railway Bay of Peacocks. Here you can see quite a few similarities to Jim, like the shape of the cab door, the wheel arrangement, and the shape of the funnel in first built condition. And as a bonus, it's got a similar colour scheme. I'll admit it's not perfect, but personally I think these engines fit Jim better than the Skylark. And finally we have Albert. Now I couldn't think of an engine that would fit Albert from the top of my head. We need to look for an 060 narrow gauge tank engine. So I went looking and didn't really find anything. The closest I got was this engine. It was built by Hunslet and imported to Cyprus for the construction of their government railway. I know it doesn't really look that much like Albert, but this was the closest I could find. So if you know a better engine that would fit Albert, please let me know in the comments. So thank you very much for watching that. I'll admit some guesses weren't as good as others, but I had fun researching for this video. And as always, feel free to leave your own thoughts and ideas in the comments. I'd be more than happy to hear them. But it's the end of the video, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.